Всем привет, с вами Макс, и мы продолжаем играть в Blues and Bullets. Приятного просмотра.
Это гостиница теперь какая-то. Ну ладно. К вагончику, так к вагончику. Что это за прекрасная дама тут стоит? С татушечками. Угу. Это дирижабль. Гинденбург. Да, печальная судьба у дирижабля была. Угу. Дирижабли тогда гелием заправляли. Просто, я не знаю, даже круче, чем спичка загорается. Видимо, ты не очень хорош в этом, да, парнишка? Ладно. Райан, владелец стигосенец Райан Хотелс. Угу. Интересно, здесь автомат работает или нет? Респас дринк. Здесь, я так понимаю, тоже не работает. Ладно. Бал маскарад.
Okay, let's go.
Но если бы хотели убить, реально, вот это вот к чему вот это вот все было бы. Или здесь какая-то альтернативная версия истории? Насколько я знаю, вроде Гинденбург-то взорвался как раз таки. Ладно, будем разбираться. Или это как бы... А что если бы вариация?
Scared of heights?
Да.
Since I was a kid, I like to keep my feet on the ground.
That makes two of us.
Это...
You need a paper bag, I have one.
How high does this thing go?
Видимо, очень высоко.
Higher than the clouds.
Обалдеть. Ну, то есть, я так понимаю, теперь Гинденбург здесь превратили в отель. Надеюсь, не с гелием. Смесь надо какую-нибудь использовать, не горючую. Тогда все будет хорошо. Ну, пока выглядит все очень круто. Я так понимаю, это вторую часть мы прошли. Ладно, что нас будет здесь ждать? Ну, выглядит, конечно, круто. Очень круто. Я вообще нуар люблю, и такие атмосферные вещи, это очень, очень круто. Идите к стойке регистрации. Ну, хорошо. Я сначала было подумал, что это старый дом Аль Капоне, но я ошибся. Хотя откуда бы тогда пуля оказаться?
But
Welcome to the Grand Hindenburg Hotel. My name is Susan, and I'm glad to be of service. Your name, please?
Ness. Elliot Ness.
Thank you, Mr. Ness. Nice choice. Sounds genuine. And now, how can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Capone.
There's no Mr. Capone here, Mr. Ness.
Хитро.
Listen, Susan. I know more than 60 aliases for Al Capone, so you have two options. One is to delay my appointment with him until I guess the right one, which he is not going to like. The other is to send me through and earn my eternal gratitude and his. Your call.
He's in the presidential suite. Top floor at the end of the red carpet.
Thank you, Susan.
Have a pleasant stay at the Grand Hindenburg Hotel, Mr. Ness.
Ну, пойдемте посмотрим, что у нас здесь.
Your attention, please.
What kind of
The
person
cable
can
car to
afford this
Santa
kind of
Esperanza
luxury?
leaves in 3
Shit.
minutes.
You think it's going to be a quiet day, and suddenly the storm hits you.
Так, у нас здесь Венеция. Ага, маскарад за облаками или выше облаков. Ладно. Ну, здесь пока нам все закрыто. Куда я смогу еще пройти? А, вот, разобрался. На Б, значит. Слегка ускориться. Я думаю, к посетителям местным мы приставать не будем. Кто знает, кто они такие. А вот сюда посмотреть стоит. Это действительно круто. Но стрелять не стоит. Тут.
Higher than the clouds.
Да, реально выше облаков. Не обманули. Ну что, погнали наверх, посмотрим, как
Your
там
attention, please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves in 2 minutes.
Санта-Эсперанца отходит через 2 минуты. Нам нужен президентский люкс. Так, туда мы не можем пройти. В общем, наше перемещение ограничено.
A. Ryan, owner of Ryan Hotels, the visionary who transformed the Hindenburg into the monument to aeronautical luxury it is today.
Так, выпивка, окошечко, еще одно.
The window cleaners up here deserve every cent they make. I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world.
Обалдеть. Ну, выглядит очень круто. Так. Салют.
I don't remember the last time I did that.
Да. Ну, с твоей работы. Так, вот с этим автоматом нам повезет или нет? Третий уже.
Come on!
Короче, третий автомат нам ничего не дал уже. О, Аморе. Just married. Да ну, disturb. Молодожены. Просьба не беспокойтесь. Знаете же, в настоящее время, когда такой город, в нем райно. Что это, религия какая-то новая. Ну-ка. Поехали наверх. случилось странное. Я подошел к лифту и... Игра просто закрылась. Забавные бывают вещи происходят. Ладно, побежали в люкс Капоне. Хотя здесь так все круто, что даже как-то бежать не хочется.
What happened here?
Nothing to worry about, my good man. What happens on the Hindenburg stays on the Hindenburg.
How can you work in a place like this?
You don't want to know where I worked before this, my good man.
Are you saying the law doesn't apply here?
We're too high up, my good man. The law has always preferred to look down.
You never
Полиция.
had problems with the police?
Oh, many a one, my good man. In fact, what I'm cleaning up is today's first problem.
Очуять. А это что у нас тут? Хинденбург, Japanese Garden. Японский сад в Гинденбурге. Давайте посмотрим. Развлечения здесь. Ножи метают. Наверняка человечек. Что тут написано? The Amazing Charla. Ну-ка. Обалдеть. Так и не поймешь, у кого опаснее работа-то.
Bravo!
Обалдеть.
I'm sorry.
Надеюсь, она жива. Нельзя под руку ничего говорить. Ну там браво. Ладно. Вроде мы на месте.
If it wasn't for my habit of checking all possible exits when I walk into the lion's den, I'd be a dead man.
Опять на рояле играет.
You should be rotting in jail.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person. You're not gonna ask me for my last words this time? I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Ну да.
Why did you ask me here?
Why did you come?
Это интересно.
I wanted to see if you'd improved with age. I'm glad to see the answer's no.
When you said rot in jail, you really meant it, huh? Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks. I want to hire you.
What?
I
Это
require
забавно.
your services as a detective.
I
Интересно.
don't know what your game is, but if your plan was to surprise me, you've succeeded.
Look, Ness, my granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, A guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian. He said her parents had just died in a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Nah. Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s. No particular accent. Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
Mafia?
You were the biggest boss in the Mafia. And by the looks of this place, you didn't lose everything. Why don't you ask one of your subordinates for help?
You don't listen, do you? The kidnapper was hired by one of my men. One of the people I trust.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose to restrain yourself. You even gave my son a lecture on ethics. You're the only honest man I know.
Ради девочки.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
I knew I got the right guy.
But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
Пожертвование, тюрьма, изгнание. Я даже не знаю, чтобы попросить такое.
You leave Santa Esperanza and the country forever.
It's a deal. I always wanted to die in Sicily, but that's the least of my worries. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia. And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccarini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find them?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
Да.
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Вот и договорились. По рукам.
That's a spirit.
Смысл драться, уже старперы, уже
Keep
все
Milton informed at
прошло.
all times, huh? You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
Все-таки мы где-то встречались. Не, ну а смысл махать? Уже все прошло, все закончилось.
You're not gonna ask me.
Он наворотил дел.
I'm never going to help you. Why me?
Он не святой.
I'm not a ghost. I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
Но девочку мы постараемся найти. Я только надеюсь, что в начале то, что было,
This town has become a jungle.
этот город живет по законам джунглей.
The rats are safe.
Даже крысам небезопасно.
Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And those who should judge them prefer to squabble over their prey.
Да. Не сделано круто, конечно.
It's like this. The Santa Esperanza I was born in was a clean town.
А
A
потом...
place where it meant something to be a cop.
Круто. Реально круто сделано.
Arrived.
Капоне. Высунись. Отлично. Блин, мне определенно нравится. Это очень круто нарисовано. Перезарядимся. Свободен.
He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell.
Угу.
He built my life, got my feet back on the ground. But now he's back, and he's dragged me in.
Ну да. Но на него плевать.
I'm gonna
Девочку надо
need help.
найти. Сок. Никакого виски. Хватит пить. Ну и кто там?
Ness,
Elliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Elliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
Я скажу, что это секрет. Лгать не буду.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What, are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks.
Лгать не стоит. Просто честно сказал, что не буду говорить.
Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
Пей сочок апельсиновый. Полезно для здоровья. Полезнее виски, это уж однозначно. А Элис это дочка того
31 Wicker
напарника.
Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
Запах жира.
I smell of grease?
Yeah, I don't think anyone else would notice. But when you spend a part of your sentence as a chef in the kitchens on Gore Island, you smell it a mile away. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse.
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse.
Альфонс.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
Только не бей его. Нам бы с ним пообщаться, пока он еще в сознании.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
Ну-ка, здесь что-то еще дальше было.
Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd.
Ну да. Что он из него сделал-то? И где калитка? Мне казалось, калитка должна быть какая-то. Рождественские гномы.
Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well.
Ну, видимо, да. Ну, давайте посмотрим, что у нас тут будет. Дверь. Сильно.
Boccherini? Carlo Boccherini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
Мертв. Вот так вот. Очешуеть.
Is that our man?
Boccherini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right.
За фотоаппаратом пошел.
I have to establish how Boccherini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Очешуеть.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Это просто жесть вообще.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice.
Ну-ка,
His teeth
язык.
were all pulled out before he was killed.
Все зубы.
The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself.
Писец. Просто писец.
This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
И мне интересно. Так. Будем обходить. Это просто жесть, ребятки.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass.
Обалдеть. Но что-то я не нашел. А,
Pity
понял.
he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost passed for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
Ну это да. Что тут у нас на доске?
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's back. The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's back.
Ладно, поищем то, чем вырывали
Takes a
глаза.
strong man to tear that out. Or several.
Так. Тащили оттуда. Я так подозреваю, это точно
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
глаза.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
Давайте поищем. Где его убивали?
Oh shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Согласен. наверное, глаза. Да это писец просто, ребятки. У меня на самом деле такое ощущение, что там... Или что там? Разжимай
Are these teeth from the body?
зубы.
Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Обалдеть. И какой-то символ.
What is that?
Мне кажется...
Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. A sick altar of human flesh. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
Ну это да.
Looks like a ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in?
Не знаю, но писец, куда мы попали. Вот это неожиданно.
This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini.
На самом деле круто сделано.
Vermont
Очень.
plates. Someone drove a long way.
Ну, пока не будем сейчас номера использовать еще. Сейчас осмотрим до конца тачку.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment.
Ну-ка.
Bingo.
И что там
A
было?
man's cigarette case.
Мужской портсигар.
OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
Угу.
The initials OB on a cigarette case. A car with Vermont plates.
Ну, вот как-то так.
1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs.
Не-не-не-не-не-не. Ну, пойдемте поищем. Свидетельство того, что здесь был кто-то еще.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back.
Попросим Мильтона открыть. Так. Давайте глянем, что здесь еще
The
есть.
blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
Обалдеть.
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccherini encounter his murderer?
Ну, давайте посмотрим. Что у нас здесь?
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
Угу. Что-то еще здесь?
A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
Так, цеплялся руками, видимо.
Fingernails scratched the wood.
Так, это что?
Blood ran like water.
Я
What
думаю,
looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back.
сейчас почему не подходит?
Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
Так, а что тогда здесь? Часы какие-то.
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Так, и надо как-то вот туда посмотреть. Угу.
Blood. Blood everywhere.
Честно говоря, пока я...
This was opened recently.
Не понимаю. Отсюда все началось.
Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Угу. Тут что? Пистолет.
There's something under there. How
Ну-ка.
did it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Ну, давайте попробуем. Так.
Pieces of glass from the window in the hall found inside the house. A pistol, fully loaded.
Пистолет туда же.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. An open bottle of whiskey. I'd say Boccarini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccarini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin? Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table.
Я думаю, прямо здесь началось.
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. A blood-stained wristwatch, with the glass broken. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccarini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back.
Так.
The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs. Boccarini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Жесть. Просто жесть. Остается невыясненным вопрос, кто был гостем. Ну-ка. Ножей не хватает. Или ножа.
One
Одного
knife's
здорового,
missing,
да.
the biggest one. What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar.
Не знаю.
Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
Это что?
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always
Женщина,
been a
походу,
whiskey
была.
man, but I know a good wine when I see one.
У Бакарини была женщина в гостях.
Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Baccarini had company for dinner. It's shut from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor.
Ну, погнали.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Baccarini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Baccarini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? The door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It opens on a door in the corridor, jammed. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in, but seems clear that Baccarini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
Мне кажется, еще в доме.
A door in the kitchen, locked. A door in the corridor, jammed shut. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Ну, окей.
Всем большое спасибо за просмотр. Если вам понравилось это видео, не забывайте ставить палец вверх, подписываться на мой канал, если вы еще этого не сделали, а также вступайте в наш паблик ВКонтакте.